Hi, and welcome to this beginner-friendly short yoga session. For this gentle practice, you don't need any props, and we are going to start by taking an all fours position and warming up the spine in cat and cow. So your hands will be right underneath the shoulders with the fingers spread wide apart and the knees right underneath the hips. Gently press on the mat through the hands, lift the navel towards the spine and find a neutral back. And on your inhale, begin to project the chest forward, gently arching the back. Look up if it's accessible to you. And exhale, curl the back, lift the navel towards the spine and look at your legs. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to neutral. And next we will be adding some gentle movements, a modified version of the sun salutation. On the inhale, once again, we project our chest forward, gently arch the back. And exhale, curl the back. And once you find your cat, curl the toes and lift the hips up into downward facing dog. The heels don't need to touch the mat. Let's take a breath here, spine straight, pushing back through the hips. And on your next inhale, bringing the knees down on the mat once again. Cow, open the heart. Exhale, cat. Then sit all the way down onto the heels in child pose for a moment. Inhale, lifting up your torso, coming up on the knees, raise the arms up. Maybe touch the hands in prayer. And exhale once again, coming down into child pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Let's do that once again. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Curl the toes into your downward facing dog, and the heels may or may not touch the mat. Inhale, coming down on the knees, opening the heart, cow. Exhale, cat. Sitting back into child pose. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, child. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And release back to a neutral position. Let's take a breath here. And let's step the right foot in front in between our hands. Take your time to make any adjustments and maybe walk the left foot back. If you need support under the left knee, if it hurts your joint, you can add a folded blanket or a small cushion. And we're going to lift our torso up, sinking the hips down into Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Make sure your hips are squared to the front of the mat. The front knee is right above the ankle, sinking down through the hips. And let's see if we can lift up through the chest, through the rib cage. No need to overarch the back. And if we're comfortable here, let's lift the arms up and look up. Keep sinking down through the hips. 3 breaths. Last breath. And as you exhale, release the pose. Bring the hands down on the mat. And let's change sides. Let's bring the right leg back and the left foot forward between the hands. Make any necessary adjustments. If you need a cushion under the right knee, add it now. And coming up into the pose, square the hips so they face the front of the mat, sinking down. You may feel it in the front area, the hip flexor of the right leg. And let's lift up from the chest, from the rib cage. No need to overarch the back. You can stay here, or if this is comfortable, lift the arms up. 3 breaths. And on your last exhale, coming back, stepping the left leg back. Once again, we are on all fours. Let's curl the toes. Lift the hips up into our downward facing dog. The heels may or may not touch the mat. And let's walk our feet towards the hands. Inhale, bring the hands on the shins and straighten the spine halfway up. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. The hands can come on the mat or they can stay on your legs. And if you find that your spine rounds, you can always bend the knees and bring your belly to touch the thighs. And once you are here, see if you can touch the mat and straighten the knees ever so slightly. They don't need to be completely straight. Find your stretch and stay there. Relax the neck. 3 breaths. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. And on your next inhale, let's roll all the way up. Keep the spine curled, lifting 1 vertebra at a time until we're standing on the mat. We're going to come to the top of the mat and moving into Virabhadrasana, warrior. We'll take warrior 2, step the left foot back and open the toes to face the long side of the mat. The alignment goes from the heel of the front foot to the arch of the back foot. And once you find your stance, feel free to play with the distance between the feet. We're going to keep our torso upright and bend just the front knee 90 degrees or as close to 90 degrees as possible. The front knee stays on top of the front ankle. Raise the arms parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Maybe look at your front hand. 3 breaths. Last breath. And on your next inhale, gently come up. Relax the arms. Let's switch sides. So we are now facing the back of the mat. Adjust your alignment if necessary and your stance. Make sure you're standing upright, and let's bend just the front knee, the left knee this time. You can still make adjustments if you need to. Make sure the knee is open, pointing straight ahead. Raise the arms up, shoulder height, parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Look at your left hand now. 3 breaths. And on your next inhale, gently come up. Release the arms. Come to face the long side of the mat. And we'll step our feet together first. And then come to sit down on the mat with the soles of the feet together in front of us. We'll take Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. We'll take the index and middle finger of each hand and hook them around the toes. And we'll flap here like a butterfly first for a moment. Inhale, sitting upright. And here you can begin to flap a little bit with your legs. And see how that feels in the hips. And stopping at center, let's take a deep breath, inhale. And as we exhale, maintaining the length of the spine, gently fold forward as much as we can. Depending on where your arms come, you may place your elbows on your calves or your shins and gently press them down to find a deeper stretch in the hips. However, that's not necessary. Focus on feeling your stretch where you're at. And breathe into that area. Deep breaths. Turning the attention inward to anything that arises within your body. It could be sensation, it could be emotion, it could be patterns in the mind. One last breath here. And on your next inhale, gently come up to seated. And we will lay down on our backs. Keep the knees bent. And we'll take a further hip opener. Let's place the right ankle on the left thigh. And if you can, with the right hand, gently press that right knee away. And you may already feel some opening here. If this is enough for you, you can stay here. Or if you like, you can take your right hand between your legs and left hand around your left leg and interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. And gently bring the legs towards yourself. And if it's accessible to you, you can also hug the left shin and deepen the stretch a little bit. There's no need to go this far. Stay where you find your stretch. And as you pull your legs towards yourself, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw and the neck. And drop your tailbone towards the mat. Focus on the breath. Slow, deep, calm breaths. One more deep breath. And slowly release. And we'll change sides. Let's bring the left ankle now on the right thigh. Remember, you can take your left hand, place it on the left knee and just push that knee away. Or if you like, we can hug the right leg and pull the legs towards ourselves. The hands can be behind the right thigh or on the right shin. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. One more deep breath. And on your next exhale, release the pose. Let's extend the arms to a T by the side of your body. Bring the knees to your chest. And then let's drop both knees together to the right side. And if it's accessible to you, if it doesn't bother your neck, look over to your left hand. Make sure both shoulders are still on the mat. We're just looking for a gentle twist in the back. Deep breaths. On your next inhale, bring the legs up again to your chest. And as you exhale, drop them to the left side of the body. And look over the right shoulder. On your next inhale, legs come back to center. Maybe give your legs a hug, lift your forehead to touch the knees. And release. Congratulations on completing this short, gentle, beginner-friendly yoga session. You may stay here in savasana and relax for 1 minute or 2, or if you prefer, you can gently roll to the right side and sit in meditation for a few minutes. Thank you for practicing with me.